There was once a man, wealthy beyond measure, who was preparing for a grand birthday celebration. His life was filled with luxury. His mansion, his fancy car, his designer clothes. He had everything. Naturally, he invited all his friends, most of them wealthy like himself, but there was one exception, his old friend from school, who was poor. But despite his wealth, the rich man thought, "He's my friend too. I'll invite him as well." The poor friend didn't have much, but he came, bringing with him a small gift. He was humble, with a warm heart. The rich man's party was extravagant, fancy food, sparkling decorations, and important guests. The night was a celebration of success and wealth. But then something unexpected happened. The rich man looked down at his hand, and the diamond ring he had worn for years was gone. "My ring is missing," he said, panic in his voice. He began searching his surroundings, and soon everyone was scouring the room, under tables, behind chairs, but the ring was nowhere to be found. It was no ordinary ring, but a priceless diamond. The man was distressed, and his anxiety began to grow. One of his wealthier friends suggested, "Maybe someone took it. If you don't check, you'll always wonder. At least search everyone's pockets. It'll give you peace of mind." Some of the guests agreed. "Yes, go ahead. We've got nothing to hide." But when the rich man suggested searching everyone's pockets, his old friend from school spoke up. "No, I won't let you search me. If we're truly friends, why would you want to search me? Where is your trust?" A silence fell over the room. People began to whisper, "Why doesn't he want to be searched? He must have taken it. Typical. These poor people can't resist the temptation of wealth." The poor man stood there, his heart heavy, but he didn't argue. He stayed quiet, hurt by the accusations, and left the party with a sense of humiliation. The next morning, after the guests had left, the rich man went to his room, exhausted and still rattled by the events of the night. As he undressed and hung his blazer in the wardrobe, something caught his attention. He reached into the inner pocket of his jacket, and to his surprise, there it was, the diamond ring. It had slipped off his finger and into his jacket pocket without him noticing. Feeling a wave of guilt, he realized just how wrong he had been. Because of this one ring, I doubted my friend, the very one who had been there for me when I had nothing, the one who knew my struggles back in school, and I let him be insulted in front of everyone. A visit to his friend's home. Overcome with regret, the rich man rushed to his old friend's home the next morning. He didn't say a word, just walked in and hugged him tightly. "I'm so sorry, my friend," he said. "I found the ring in my blazer. I feel ashamed. Everyone made fun of you yesterday, and I didn't stop them. Please forgive me." The poor friend smiled gently. "It's okay, sir. You found your ring. That's what matters." But the rich man, still feeling guilty, asked, "One thing still bothers me. Why didn't you let me search you? You knew you didn't take it." Sonu looked down, his voice soft as he led the rich man inside. On a small bed, a little child was sleeping. "He's my son," the poor man said. "He's been sick for a long time. Before I left for your party, he said to me, 'Papa, you're going to a big party. Please bring me something sweet.'" The poor man wiped away a tear and continued, "When I passed by the sweets table, I thought, just one piece for my son. It will make him happy. So I quietly put a sweet in my pocket. That's all I took." He paused, his voice filled with emotion. "But if you had searched me last night, you wouldn't have found a diamond. You would have found a stolen sweet. And then I would have had to explain everything. About my sick child, how I couldn't afford sweets, and I didn't want to say all that in front of everyone. Yes, I'm poor, but I'm not a thief. I just wanted to fulfill my child's small wish." The rich man stood speechless, tears welling in his eyes. He hugged his friend again, feeling the weight of the lesson. "Come on," he said, his voice filled with compassion. "Let's take your son to a good hospital. I'll take care of everything." The lesson. This story reminds us that true wealth isn't measured in diamonds or money, but in trust, friendship, and sacrifice. In a world that's quick to judge and slow to trust, we must learn to see beyond appearances. That poor friend who stood by me in the hardest days deserved respect, not suspicion. Sometimes a parent steals, not out of greed, but out of a love so pure it breaks your heart. A single sweet taken for a sick child speaks louder than all the riches in the world. The real wealth in life is not gold or diamonds, but the quiet strength of love, trust, and friendship. Things that ask for nothing in return. Never let suspicion destroy bonds built with time and truth, because once broken, some things can never be repaired.